Driving the all-new Toyota Tacoma Trailhunter this week, so grab your taco flavored trail mix and buckle up. Wait, it's called a Trailhunter? How do you hunt a trail? This just sounds like you're shooting at the ground. Toyota offers a number of off-road focused Tacomas, with the TRD Pro being the top dog for flying down loose surfaces at speed, and this Trailhunter here being more focused on crawling over rough terrain. Way too short for this. You can like barely see my hands. Both feature the iForce Max powertrain, which is Toyota's performance-oriented hybrid system. This is a 2.4-liter turbocharged 4-cylinder with an electric motor baked into the 8-speed automatic transmission, so no stick option for the Trailhunter. The system produces a combined 326 horsepower and 465 pound-feet of torque at its peak, and for efficiency, we're rated right around 23 miles per gallon combined. But on this very, very cold week, I've been getting right around 17. To get an idea of how cold it is, I tried to rinse the salt off of this truck and the water just froze immediately. So not super surprised about the lack of efficiency this week. And the Trailhunter gets this cool air intake. No pun intended, but I'll take it. A part-time four-wheel drive system is standard with an electronic rear locking diff. There is no front locking diff, because Toyota says that that is not needed. And the Trailhunter here trades in the TRD Pro's Fox shocks for an ARB Old Man Emu suspension system. And if you're someone that likes to match your bronze tracksuit with your bronze shoes, well, you can do the same thing with your Tacoma. Bronze paint with bronze shoes. Well, you get the bronze wheels either way, even if you don't get this paint, and they are wrapped in 33-inch rugged terrain tires. These are Goodyear Wrangler Territories. That compass is definitely not right. Up front, note the steel skid plate instead of the aluminum one you would get in the TRD Pro. There's also steel protection around the transfer case and the rear diff, and steel rock rails on the sides, and you get a composite protector around the fuel tank. For lighting, we have a 10,000 lumen light bar underneath the throwback Toyota badge on the front. Got LED daytime running lights, LED headlights, LED fog lights as well, and those will switch between white and amber for maximum visibility. And there are plenty of lights in and around the bed as well. And hidden in the side of the taillights is a button to open this power tailgate. And you can fit a lot of tacos back here. About 1,500 pounds worth of them apparently, which is slightly better than the Ranger Raptor and quite a bit better than the Colorado ZR2. Also note that this is the 5-foot bed, but there is a 6-footer available, which is not available on that Ranger Raptor or the Colorado ZR2. Inside the bed, you'll find a 2,400 watt outlet, some sliding cleats on the sides, and a MOLLE system for mounting gear, as well as a built-in air compressor for airing back up after those trail runs. And the bed will power closed from those buttons on the side as well. Underneath the tailgate are some high jack points on the sides, as well as a Class 4 trailer hookup. This will tow about 6,000 pounds, which is on par with the Colorado ZR2 and a little bit more than what the Ranger Raptor will do. And we've got red recovery hooks on the side. If this were a 2025, you'd see those red recovery hooks up front as well. And then we've got parking sensors across the back and the front, since this has the full 360 view. And even lower still is the full-size spare mounted down underneath. There's also a hidden high clearance exhaust so that you're not scraping on the trails. On the inside, we got the same cramped back seats as on that TRD Sport that I had not too long ago. Note that this is double cab only for the Trailhunter. For your hopefully short trips back here, you do have some USB-Cs, 120 volt outlet, and some cup holders, no vents, no fold down armrest. Now, because the hybrid battery is underneath the seat, there's not much storage back here. These seats don't lift up. They do fold down, so you did get a tiny bit of storage back here, but not a whole lot. The front seat feels like I'm in a helicopter with physical buttons and switches all over the place. The stabilizer bar disconnect, your diff lock, your camera, your drive modes, your trailer brake control, Off to the left of the heated steering wheel here, you have 3 aux buttons that are customizable. If this were a 2025, then you'd have a 4th button as well. In addition to all the physical controls, this also has the massive 14-inch TV. I wonder if I can get this thing back for the Super Bowl. This is Toyota's latest system. It is quick, it's simple. You can adjust all of your vehicle settings through here. Android Auto, Apple CarPlay are both going to be wireless, and there are a zillion different camera views through here. Front, side, tow, trailer camera, bed cam, mind out of the gutter. But my favorite camera view is this digital rear view mirror, because truck rear visibility is not awesome, but this provides a completely unobstructed view to the back, and there's quite a lot of adjustability you can do in terms of position on this. The cluster is fully digital and fairly straightforward, with customizable displays that include a bit more information beyond the standard Toyota cars and SUVs, with things like pitch and roll and which way the wheels are pointing. The soft tech seats, that's Toyota speak for synthetic leather, are quite comfortable. They are heated and ventilated, 8-way power adjustable. These are not the fancy isodynamic seats. You'll have to go up into the TRD Pro to get those, but these are still quite nice. I realize this is an off-road focused truck, but as always, if you're dropping 65 grand on a truck, I assume that you're spending at least as much time, if not more, on road than you are off-road. If you're not, then props to you. I'll take some investment advice. But I've noticed that off-road trucks tend to ride pretty well in general, because they're made to take all of these ups and downs without destroying you in the process. And the switch from leaf springs to coil springs in this generation has definitely helped quite a bit as well. It's not the life of luxury here, but mid-sized trucks tend to ride about as well or worse than riding a horse, and that's not the case here. It actually rides pretty decently. Still not quite as good as the Ranger Raptor, but a big improvement over the last generation Taco. Noise also tends to be a pretty big problem in this segment, and it's not really so bad here. You know, if you're coming from a Lexus, you're going to be disappointed in more ways than one, but if you're coming from pretty much any older truck, this is going to feel like a sanctuary. And while this iForce Max powertrain hasn't been the most efficient over the last week, it has been great to drive. That electric motor can kick in at low speeds and make it feel like there's basically no turbo lag at all. It's smooth and it's quick, 2 things I definitely would not say about the outgoing Tacoma. And since it's a modern Toyota, it has the latest 3.0 Toyota Safety and Driver's Assist suite, so even though the Trailhunter is off-road focused, it's quite easy to live with on a daily basis. The 3.0 system is great at staying out of the way and keeping the safety and assist only when you really need them. At least once you have everything set up just right, since you can always turn stuff up or down through the instrument cluster. Again, I wish you could just do that in the shortcut menu in the Jumbotron like you can on Lexus, but at least you can still adjust those. Adaptive Cruise works great, as does the lane tracing, a great combo for highway drives. And the cruise control works all the way down to stop and go traffic as well. I don't find that the blind spot monitoring is too intrusive, or the front collision warning. Those are 2 things that tend to be overbearing if something is going to be overbearing. So those have stayed out of the way pretty well here. And once again, I do love this digital mirror. So while it may be an off-road focused truck, it has shockingly good road manners. Ultimately, the Tacoma Trailhunter is a pretty neat truck, and it's a little bit more plug and play than some of the competition, especially if some of the stuff on here is stuff that you would have done in the aftermarket anyway. But 63 grand, it does get quite pricey, so if you are going to mod yours in a little bit of a different way, then maybe the Ranger Raptor or the ZR2 might be a little bit better value. Really sort of depends on where you're going to go with the truck, what you're planning to do to it. Let me know what you think down in the comments. As always, thanks for watching, and I will see you next time.